Catholic Charities Day Treatment is an intensive outpatient day treatment program. We operate 5 days a week. Kids come here for 2 hours and 45 minutes a day, and they're struggling usually at home, at school, or in the community, or all three. We work with all kinds of different children. Usually it's their mental health that we focus on. Kids with anxiety, depression, post-traumatic stress disorder are probably our top three. On average, I would say kids are in our program about a year. For kids who have maybe had complex trauma, we've had kids who have been here longer, sometimes up to 3 years. Those are probably the worst case scenarios.
Day treatment services work for kids because we are able to build such a strong connection with kids who are willing to buy in and willing to put forth effort to manage their mental health.
We do a lot of art here. Art's very therapeutic, very healing. The kids in our program in particular, we work a lot on being able to identify the negative thoughts that kind of drive us and finding something that's true but feels better. And that is the essence of cognitive behavioral therapy, being able to challenge those negative thoughts.
Randy and I live just north of Elk River, and we have Ava, our daughter, and Sam, who just turned 13 this fall. He is adopted, but I don't think of him as an adopted child. He is my child. Wholly, completely my child. Sam is a mama's boy. I will admit it. He is goofy, loving. He's very sensitive. About 7 or 8 years old, he was diagnosed with severe anxiety. Along with the severe anxiety comes ADHD. And eventually that escalated into some anger, throwing things, not anything that was super violent. It was more throwing stuff, destroying his room. When that started happening, I felt like a failure as mom because I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to handle it. I tried to coddle him. I tried to be strong, and, he didn't go to school, and he was destroying things, and I didn't know what to do. It was really hard on all of us, very hard. We discovered Catholic Charities Day Treatment through our other therapists that he was seeing prior to coming here. I felt like he needed something more because that was when all the anger was coming out. 2 to 3 years of the anger, the throwing stuff, the destroying things, not going to school. There's so many times I pulled up here in front of Catholic Charities to bring him to therapy, and he wouldn't get out of the car.
When Sam first entered our program, he was one of those kids where I was like, this is going to be a challenge. He would not come out of his car sometimes. Sometimes he would come in and he would just be refusing. And so that is the first thing I remember about Sam, is just the flat-out refusal, and man, was he stubborn.
I spent many a shivering morning with my winter coat huddled next to the vehicle, just trying to get Sam to take a chance and come in the door and let us support him.
Sam definitely bonded at the day program with Courtney. They just immediately hit it off, and she was his person.
I didn't notice Sam's breakthrough until the very end. And it was about a month or two before his discharge date where we had a little hiccup. He was in tears, he was having a meltdown, he was like, I'm never coming back, I'm not gonna do this anymore, I don't wanna be in this program anymore. And he was able to come back the next day. He had a conversation with me. He was like, I had a big outburst and I thought about it and I'm ready to do work. And I was like, holy cow. I am so impressed.
I cannot say enough about this program. I really can't. He was here for 2 years. And when he graduated out of it in September, I bawled and I bawled and bawled because Courtney and everybody here have been such a big part of our lives and made such a big difference. What I think is really, really sad in today's world is this is one out of, very few programs that will accept him before he's hurt himself or somebody else.
This program is worth supporting because there are a lot of kids who need our support. Education on mental health is growing, and so people are looking for more support. And I've noticed, while I've worked in this field, I've noticed a lot of day treatment programs have actually shut down because of funding, and it leaves parents and kids just devastated. So programs like these are very necessary to keep kids just being able to live their life.
We have such a high need of kids that need our services. We often struggle with funding for these kids. I do a lot of insurance calls to justify and advocate for these kids to continue to receive our services, and sometimes I do have to discharge before they're ready because the insurance won't continue to pay.
I feel people need to support Catholic Charities, this program, all their other programs, because I don't know where we'd be with Sam if it wasn't for this program today.